Works.
Hi Saranjita.
ये
Oh,
सदानंदा जी हेलो।
नमस्ते सदानंद जी।
Hello.
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 नमस्ते बोलेंगे।
Uh,
नमस्ते नमस्ते।
हाउ आर यू? हाय
hello.
सुजीत।
हाय हाय हेलो हेलो।
Great. So I think we now all gathered.
Silke versucht noch mit reinzukommen, aber das.
Okay, so one puppeteer is still missing. Nevertheless, I think while we're waiting for the quotation now, I would yeah, welcome you on the whole team now again, and welcome to this project Puppet in Motion from welcome from KOLK 17. I'm so great and excited that this is happening, and although you've already started, I'm still delighted and excited to join now. Um, Before everything starts, I just have to apologize for these few hiccups that we had with your visa, Anurupa. I'm very sorry. We're still sort of dealing with that. And all of you still haven't got the contracts from KOLK 17, which is also really stupid. But I was just a little bit puzzled by this visa thing, and was putting more of my concentration into that. I'll prepare this during the next couple of days and then send it to all of you. So because we're then still also in these Zoom conferences, there is also the possibility of just putting your questions directly to me if there is any regarding the contract, and then we'll get that sorted out during the next couple of days as well. Also, I just realized that it's not that easy to join the Miro board that we have prepared, because we have to give you access. So we'll think about this again, and maybe we'll have another free Miro board that you can more easily join. But yes, I'm very I'm very positive that we will sort these things out, and please do not hesitate. We'll always have a little bit of time also for these maybe more organizational logistic questions. Yeah, I realize that time is precious, and that we want to focus on the on our work and on puppetry, Indian puppetry, and this is also what we're interested in, but still everybody must feel good and and not harbor any other feelings. Yes. So this is just what I wanted to put in advance from my side. This is one of the biggest projects that we've ever done. So this is also new for us, and we're still learning. So do not hesitate to point out to us anything that might be organized in a better way, or that we could enhance this project. Yeah, so this was my little speech in the beginning, and I think I'm not quite sure how exactly how much you know about this project. Maybe a few words regarding the collection here in Lübeck. But I realized that there is a question going on. Is that right? Someone, Sadananda? Is there a question?
I can ask Sadananda ji, is there a question or Sajish? Is there some way we can help out?
No question. Yeah.
All okay? Is it
Okay.
audible? Can you hear it and everything is fine? Sajish, can you hear?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah,
Oh,
please.
super. Okay.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Yes. The thing with this project is that as you know, we have this big collection of Indian puppets in our collection, but it's so closely connected and we basically do not know anything about the puppets. So this was our aim, of course, to get to know them because they're such an important part of the collection. But also, what is so interesting is that they are connected to our institutional history, so to speak, because our collector is married to an Indian woman, and she was very influential in putting this together. Exactly. This is Fritz Frey and Saraswati Frey, our collectors. So that is also why we thought about after the reopening of KOLK 17 last year, just about a year ago, last June, that we reopened the museum. And when we thought about the next steps towards research, towards exhibition topics and so forth, we thought this might be very interesting. And yes, so this is maybe also just very important for us all to know. And next week, we're going to visit Fritz Frey and Saraswati Frey as well in person. They're quite old now, more than 80 years old. And so, yeah, we're going to visit them and tell them about the project. And yeah, maybe they'll join us as well and tell something about their ways and their networks and ways into Indian puppetry. Yeah. So this is the context of our project. And also, as you all know, we're now dealing with the puppets and getting to know the collection and also looking at your expertise, which is incredibly, precious to us. But also, we're thinking about how good collaboration works. What are the conditions for good collaborations over, from one end of the world to the other, basically, like this incredible geographical distance. So this is also a layer that we want to talk about, what are your wishes? How should the conditions of working together be? What would be useful, not only for KOLK 17, but also for you and for the, as we understood from Anurupa as well, for the question of puppetry in India, puppetry traditions in India, making them visible. So this should always, these questions should also have their time here in our joint project. So, but now I'm finally at the end of my my speech and all the ideas that I had, and I would suggest that we just have a quick round of just telling something about oneself. I'm running out of English vocabulary. Yes.
Yeah, a little introduction round. That's what we
Yes.
were thinking of. And to make it a little more, I don't know, easier maybe, we prepared some questions, but meaning you already answered some of them. So maybe we can just shortly go through everyone, like saying hello, because that would be nice. And then maybe we should decide first start with the questions, or we start with your trailers, because every puppeteer here in the round shared some trailers of their work with us. So maybe also it would be a nice idea to start with this, because then we get the feeling how the others work. Would that be good for you? Or yeah? Great.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I think
see
that's
down. Okay, so maybe Padmini, we start, because you are my next Kachel, my next window here in Zoom. We start with you. Just say hi shortly, and then I can share the screen and show you. Yep.
Yeah, sure. Hello everyone, namaste. I come from all the way from Hyderabad. I'm at Katkatha studio along with Nrupa and Gunraju sir. Hello everyone.
Hello. Great. Okay, I will share the screen and the audio, the sound. Please let me know if it's not, if you don't hear anything. Let's check. So now this is tip, and this is where's the play? Here. Is it good for you? For everyone?
Is there an audio in this part? We can't hear the audio.
Me neither. There isn't audio. Is there audio?
No audio, Padmini?
Sorry.
It's muted.
Century of Stories.
Jetzt.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's there.
Where stories shape society. Welcome to Sporty Theatre Step Park, a century of stories, a stage where tradition meets transformation. Born in the classroom, Spurti began as a whisper, a gentle act of storytelling with puppets. Today, it echoes across communities, addressing urgent social issues through the timeless power of performance. Children chant Save Earth and No to Plastics not as slogans but as lived rituals. Puppets become trees, rivers, and endangered animals, inviting empathy and action. Through puppet plays and participatory drama, Spurti speaks of female feticide, early marriage, and the right to education, giving voice to the silenced and strength to the young. While Spurti Nirbhaya channels collective grief into healing performances, honoring resilience and reclaiming safety. Spurti Theatre was part of the Nokia Create to Inspire project in 2012 on e-waste management. This project involved Rajkot tribal youth who later conceived and scripted a unique puppet play, Mava Jiva, Mava Asti, in Gondi language and performed in all the villages of Adilabad. Reviving traditional arts, Spurti is a custodian of endangered forms, Chakkabamalata, shadow puppetry, and folk storytelling. These aren't just preserved, they are performed, adapted, and passed on. The Bommalolu documentary film produced by the Department of Language and Culture, Government of Telangana, after the formation of the state, is based on the pioneering research of Padmini Rangarajan during her Tata Fellowship in Folklore in 2012. Her work focused on the endangered tradition of wooden string puppetry in Mapuram, and the film serves as a vital record of this nearly forgotten art form.
ఆవుకి కూడా పట్టి ఆ స్కిన్ పామ్ చర్మలని అమ్మి అవన్నీ కూడా చేశారు. అటు ఇటు చూశారు, వీళ్ళకేమీ తెలియలేదు. అందుకని ఎందుకు ఈ బొమ్మలతో ఏం ప్రయోజనం లేదు, ఇంకా మనం బతకాలి, పిల్లల్ని చదివించాలి అదనేసి వీళ్ళు 20 years ఆ బ్యాంబూ బాస్కెట్లో ఎక్కడో స్టోర్ చేసి పెట్టేశారు. సో ఒక 20 years అయితే వీళ్ళు బొమ్మలు ముట్టలేదు. ఎవరికి ఓపిక ఉంది 8 hours కూర్చొని చూడాలంటే? అంటే విత్ ఇంటర్వెల్స్ ఉంటుందిలే అండి, ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ దిల్ బి బ్రేక్స్, నాట్ దట్ కంటిన్యూస్ డే, half an hour బ్రేక్ ఉంటుంది. ఓపిక ఉండదు ఎవరికి చూసేదానికి. ఒకటి, ఆ 8 hours ఆడే అంత స్టామినా కూడా ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళ దగ్గర లేదు. రెండోది, ఇప్పుడు జనాలకి ఈ బొమ్మలాట గురించి చెప్పాలి, కానీ 8 hours మీరు చెప్పలేరు. 8 hours ఎవరు చూడరు. మీరు సూక్ష్మంగా చేయండి చెప్పి వాళ్ళ దాన్ని ఒక 1.5 2 hours చేసే వాళ్ళు ఇప్పుడు half an hour చేస్తే.
Mythic wisdom for modern minds, from Ganesha's humility to Kartikeya's courage, mythical tales are reimagined with puppets, masks, and poetic narration, teaching values across generations. Learning through puppetry, teaching English, Telugu, and even math come alive through puppets. A triangle sings, a verb dances, a number finds its rhythm. Education becomes an experience. Spurti Theatre provides training for young people who resonates with the concept of our culture, our art forms. Collaborations have been formed with Oxford Grammar School, Cremon Montessori Life School, and Arunya Montessori School to provide puppetry courses aimed at young students. Step Arc is more than a center. It's a movement, a rainbow of voices, a living archive of India's storytelling soul.
Yes, great. Thanks a lot, Padmini, for this trailer. So
Thank
great
you.
to see your work. Yeah, who wants to share video trailer next?
I have prepared a little
Mhm.
from our work, but it's not translated in English. So it's sorry, it's a little bit German talking, but I can give my. Can you give my Video? Also kann darf ich das freigeben?
Ja, müsste es freigeschaltet sein. Ich kann
Gut,
auch einfach.
okay. Warte
Yes.
mal.
We will translate afterwards. I think it's not that much
Okay.
language, right? Yeah.
I hope so. Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
So eine Figur ist eine emotionale Essenz. Sie hat eine ganz starke emotionale Essenz. Und die Leute, die gerne ins Figurentheater gehen, möchten das auch sehen. Das mobile Kobalt-Figurentheater gastierte im Lauf der Zeit europaweit mit seinen Familien- und Abendinszenierungen auf nationalen und internationalen Festivals und am regionalen Spielort nebenan.
Von der Fingerpuppe über die Handpuppe, Stock, Klappmaul, Stabfigur, über die bewegte Skulptur und die Marionette bis hin zur Maske reicht die Ausdrucksfähigkeit der vielfältigen, oft preisgekrönten Inszenierung.
Wir sehen Figurentheater als Begegnung eines Ensembles gleichberechtigter Künste. der Musik, der bildenden Kunst, der Dichtkunst und der besonderen Darstellungskunst, die die Spielenden einerseits zurücknimmt und andererseits von ihnen eine hohe Konzentration und spezielle Präsenz verlangt.
Dieses Zusammenwirken von unterschiedlichen Menschen und künstlerischen Handschriften, die gibt dann im Endeffekt in einer positiven Weise eine Synergie. Das KOLK-Figurentheater hat mit den verschiedensten RegisseurInnen zusammengearbeitet, die auch aus dem Bereich Tanz- und Musiktheater stammen. Die mit uns zusammenarbeitenden KünstlerInnen haben immer gerade diese Herausforderung gern angenommen.
So entstehen in unseren Inszenierungen, je nach Produktionsensemble, immer wieder neue Handschriften.
Like always, when you're making art, you're not making an academic principle, you're making a very specific and personal moment. And so I think that's the only way we can really work.
Stiefeln, da geht ja ein Pferd, muss schwimmen. Wie kommt ein Pferd nach Jeversalich? Wenn's von bloß ein richtiges Pferd ist.
Kommst du aus Bessiland? Alleine?
Nein, mein Verlobter holt mich gleich ab.
Hallo? Wir irgendwie.
Kommt eine andere Figur auf mich zu und du guckst hoch und man sieht auf einmal sich vis-à-vis dieser Figur, aber eben auf der Ebene der Figur. Und das sind die schönsten Momente.
Deshalb hat mich eine Frau gefragt, wie wir uns so viel Text merken können. Am Ende, und da standen ja die Figuren alle neben uns. Und irgendwie rutschte mir raus, na, die Figuren machen das schon.
Die ganze Zeit dieses Gedudel, lange ist gut. Schluss, aus, Ende.
Thanks,
Yes.
Stefan.
Yes, thanks that I can greet you all. I can talk a little bit about our work. You have seen only the puppets, but we always work with different styles of puppet makers, and also we in our work we try to make crossover about with projection or with shadow, and so we have in each performance we have different styles of puppeteering in the performances. And yeah, Silke and me, we are in the Unima newsletter board. We have Das andere Theater. It's our magazine, and we started it in 2003 as I was voted as president of Unima Germany. And now it's Ruth Brockhausen. She was in my time as I was the leader of Unima Germany. The second one, now we changed, and she's doing it a long time now. But Silke and me, we are till 2003 in the board of this magazine. Also, Antonia is with us, and other colleagues, and we try to show the whole scene in for this magazine, not only the professional puppeteers but also the amateurs, and also the possibilities to give it to the younger people to learn what is possible with puppeteering. Yeah, and so I hope you have a little view of our work, and so we will see. I'm very interested in the next videos of your work. Thanks.
Yes, thank you, Stefan. Yeah, the next frame here would be Sadananda Pularva. Maybe we can continue with you greeting us, and then I can start your trailer.
I am Sadananda Pulavar. We are working at the Tolpavakuttu, the Richards of Kerala. That Tolpavakuttu is different from other the shadow puppetry of India because it is only ritual art in Kerala. It is based on the Kambarayana story, and we continue the art form for playing it out up to 75 nights, 7 to 75 nights every year. We have the permanent art stage for to play this art form in Kerala. More than 80 or 85 art, stages are in Kerala. It is this permanent art stage for the Kerala. For in other parts of the India, it is very difficult to perform the arts form when you are going to village to perform this art form. But here we have a very great we have a gain from in this Kerala because we get about 120 to 130 days stage every year without any hesitation, without any problem. In temples, we get 100 to 120 average stages in every year. We are practicing the shadow puppetry. Shadow puppetry, we are going with we are using only the hereditary type of loyal lamps to practice this art form. But we are in our puppets are the heroic Sri Rama or Lakshmana or Sita are the epic characters of our puppets. So we are treating as a gods we are not as a tool or any object. We are thinking the power puppets are gods. The audience also puppets is the image of a god. Not any leather puppet or other object. We are limitation to we cannot change our design or give another type of puppets to practice our art form. But we are in olden days with our ancestors used the skins for practice art form, but they do not collect these puppets. But nowadays we are colored with artificial colors to identify the puppets very easily to the audience.
Yes, thank you, Sananda, for
Can I just
for
add
so
that
many
Sadananda
information?
ji
Yes.
is doing a very big task. He is also transliterating their Ramayana.
Excuse me.
So that
Can I repeat it with clearly, or is it okay for you all?
I think
Or
it's
otherwise
okay.
I can.
We
Okay.
could
We are
understand.
hearing an echo. Are you sitting next to each other? Yeah.
Yeah, I just muted one camera. One thing is
Okay,
muted.
perfect.
It's okay. So if I can explain a little bit, I will
Do
do.
you need
Otherwise, it's
more
okay.
explanation, anyone, or was Sadananda ji clear?
I think it was very clear about
Yeah,
the
Nitish was fine.
shadow puppets and generation
Yes.
long.
And he's also doing he has a research fellowship from the Ministry of Culture, and it's almost like a PhD scholar. So, and he is doing a very big research to translate the text that the puppeteers use. And this is a big task because it means the next generations can really be able to read the text. I just wanted to add that.
Oh, great. Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
very interesting.
But please, Sajish, because you are also here, and that's great. Of course, you can also say hi. I don't have a trailer of yours. Maybe you also can share something if you like.
I think the trailer has Sajesh in the performance, the one I sent you.
See, perfect,
Great.
perfect. See, I didn't watch. I wanted to have a surprise. Great.
Okay, super.
But maybe you can introduce yourself shortly because not everyone here knows you so
Yeah.
far.
Actually, my name is Sajesh, and for Tolpa Wakotu, puppeteers are known as followers. So in with my name, that is called Sajesh Pullover. That is my identification name. I am in the 13th generation. What I'm hearing, my fathers, grandfathers, and their grandfathers are coming from the Tolpa Wakotu, and now I am standing in 13th generation. I just started learning from Kamba Ramayana sagas of Balakanda and Yuddhakanda. There are 6 kandas are there in Kamba Ramayana. So I started the slogas, and totally 2,100 slogas are there. It have to by heart. And while we perform in front of temple, it all the songs or the slogas have to by heart, and its interpretation is there, so that we can explain with their own ideas or with their own or what the local awareness what we get with that explanation we can do. So it's all get from the kutumadas, not from the outside, or there is no institution to learn this tolpava kutu. So from our childhood we will go with my father Sadanji or other puppeteers followers, and we will listen what they are saying. So according to their interpretation, we can also manage our own voice with that. So it's all getting from the tradition, not from the other institutions. So that is the one specialty for Tolpavakutu. And here Tolpavakutu has a permanent stages. So 86 permanent stages are there. It's only in India, and it perform only for the goddess Bhadrakali. No, there is no audience, and it's a ritual background is there. So this all the little bit basic about Tolpavakutu. Now what I'm doing is I just left my job. Basically, I am an engineer. I completed my BTech in mechanical engineer, and I worked in Mahindra. Then last 3-4 years back, I just left my job, and I'm continuing with puppetry. In my life, I am thinking the puppet have to be do something for Tolpavakutu. So I started learning and conducting the shows of Tolpavakutu, and conducting or arranging different stage shows. Nowadays, last I think 2018 I attended Unima Foundation course. After I get a lot of ideas about the puppets, because basically I'm a traditional puppeteer, and I know only about the shadow things and what about the Tolpavakutu things. But I try to or learn or watch the other puppeteers, but at the time there is no network. So after the foundation goes, I get a lot of ideas from Unima Foundation, and I was there in Gundra sir for 1 month. So at that time, their style also I can adapt with my Tolpavakutu, how they are making the puppets, how they are painting the puppets with the bamboo sticks, how they are doing the outline drawings and with the cameling. So a lot of ideas I get from the foundation process. That is my turning point, what I can say. That is the main thing. I can left the job with puppetry, I can leave. So that is my turning point with the puppet life. And now I doing some contemporary shows, and I'm just doing teaching to the kids what all the puppet world, glove puppet, shadow, buntraku, and these different kind of puppets I will teach to students. So this all my work briefly.
Great, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, so now I will share again a trailer. Let me check which one is the right one. That one? No, this one, right?
No, this is Karnataka. This one. Yeah, this one.
That one. Oh, sorry.
Not this one.
Not this one. The other one. Sorry. Not
Sorry,
this,
what?
Not this.
Not this one.
Not this.
The next
That one,
Tolpava.
right?
Tolpava.
Here, yes.
This
You
one.
Yeah, this
confused
one.
me. Yes.
അയോധ്യയിൽ സ്വാമിയെ കണ്ടതില്ലേ രാജ്യത്തിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ രാമരാവണ യുദ്ധമാകിലും ലങ്കയ്ക്ക് ഞാൻ പ്രയാണം ചെയ്തു കുതിരയും പാരാ.
Right. Thanks a lot for sharing this. Yeah, the next window is Anrupa. Are you and Gunduraju? Who
Maybe
will
Gunduraju first. Yeah?
Yes. Okay.
नमस्ते. कर्नाटका का पोपेट्री है तो अलग फॉर्म है, लेकिन वहां पे हर दिन शो होता है. एक कलाकार के लिए तो कब जाके शो करता है वो, उस दिन का शो होता है वो.
So I will translate for Gundurajuji. In Karnataka, they often perform every day. Whenever the village calls them, they will go to the village and perform.
ये कम से कम एक पपेटियर 300 से 400 पपेट शो सीखना है.
Each puppeteer then learns stories. So there are 300-400 stories that they have to learn.
तो गांव में जाके वो कोई स्टोरी पूछते वो शो करना
और
होता है.
स्टोरी कहाँ से होता है?
वो तो रामायण, महाभारत, भागवत, शिव पुराण, फोक कहानियां.
So these 300 or 400 stories are from the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the Shiv Puran, the Bhagavad Puran, and from folk tales. And they will go to the village, and according to the demand, they will perform these stories.
हर सारी रात शो चलता है.
Shows are all night from the time the sun goes down to the time that the sun comes up.
हाँ, लेकिन तो क्या होता है इसमें धर्म के बारे में तो ज्यादा शो चलते हैं. कोई मेला होता है, कोई फेस्टिवल होता है, घर में तो घर बनना है, तो शादी है.
So the shows are ritual and rite of passage. If there is a festival, if there is a carnival, if there is a house constructed, a birthday, also death.
Death.
Also for death anniversary, if somebody dies, they will have a ritual performance.
ऐसा शो सारी हम तो कब करते हैं वो तब करते हैं. गांव में जाके उनको पूछने का जरूरत नहीं. कभी जाके गांव में कर दिया तो गांव में पूरा घर वाले हमको वो पैसे दान दे देते हैं.
If he walks into the village, so for example, he has a contract with Apka 58.
58 village.
He has a contract with 58 villages, and if they walk into the village, there will be some work, they will have something to perform, and the people will give them grains and food and clothes.
Money.
दे
देते हैं. ऐसे तो पपेट्री, एक पपेटियर के घर के पास कम से कम 2000 पपेट होना चाहिए.
Most active puppeteers have about 2000 puppets in their collection.
हाँ.
आपका कितना generation?
मेरा 7वां जनरेशन, मेरे बेटे और मेरे पोते का 9वां जनरेशन, वो भी कर रहे हैं.
So he's 7th in the family, 7th generation, and he has sons and daughters and their children, and they're all practicing puppeteers. So it's 9 generations in the family.
Sorry, I was just making notes. Great. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's watch your trailer.
ಕೊಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡಗಿದ ಮೃಗಗಳ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ ಮೃಗಗಳ ಧಿಕ್ಕರಿಸುತ್ತಲಿ ಹಾಡುವುದು ರಾಮ 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 ಸೀತಾ ರಾಮ 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 ಸೀತಾ ರಾಮ 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 ಸೀತಾ ರಾಮ 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 ರಾಮ
ನಿನ್ನೆ ರಣಾಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಿಗಾಯಿ ಮರಣ ಹೊಂದಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ತಲೆಯನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇಂದು ಮಕರಾಕ್ಷ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಭುವಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಈ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸಿ. ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಕೋಡಗಳೇ, ಸಮುದ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇತುವೆಯನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಲಂಕಾ ನಗರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮುತ್ತಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿ ನಮ್ಮ ರಕ್ಕದ ಕುಲವನ್ನೇ ನಾಶ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವಿರಾ? ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಈಗಲೇ ಹೋಗಿ ಪ್ರಭುಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೇವೆ.
Yes, right. Thanks. Wonderful.
So first, I just want to say we are not advertising the festival Serendipity. It's just we did a big shadow exhibition, shadow puppet exhibition for them in 2019, and there was a big research project, and these films that you saw with Sajish's father, Lakshmana Pulavar, and Sadanandaji. It also has a series of interviews if you want to watch them at some time. It has Gundu Rajuji and his family. It has the shadow puppeteer from Andhra Pradesh, Chidambara Rao and his family also. And I'm giving this long explanation because I sent you 2 videos, which are also, one is from the Serendipity exhibition. I just want to say it's really wonderful to be in this project because it is such a logical next step for a lot of work that we are doing. It's fantastic that Padmini could also join this time. I wanted that for a very long time to have Padmini, who's a researcher, to be a part of the bigger projects that both Unima India is doing and Katkatha is doing. In fact, last year, we had, as a culmination of many years of training programs in Unima India, and especially because Stefan was mentioning Unima Germany, we have never had a puppet school in India. And so in 2014, we had the first training, which Gundu Rajuji did with contemporary puppeteers, and very interestingly, animators, filmmakers started to join the course, and a lot of interest began to build in building a bridge between traditional puppetry in rural India and the modern contemporary Indian artists in cities. And it's been quite an exciting journey because somehow we are not so separate anymore. We're having more conversations. Unima India has had 6 different master classes, and then was born the foundation program. And we were so lucky because Sajish was in this foundation program, and after that he decided he wants to do puppets full time. His temple shows, of course, which is a season in Kerala, but also then do a lot of different kinds of puppetry. We also had all the students live with Gundu Rajuji for 3 weeks. And this, for any Indian young person to be in the house of a traditional artist, is a very special experience. Because I don't think for the traditional puppeteer, actually for any artist, you have a life and then you have your art. It's the same. So you go to the butcher's shop in the morning, you pick up the freshly slaughtered animal skin, you bring it back, you wash it, you clean it, you stretch it, you make the leather, and you make the puppet from that leather. And we have some students who are like, ooh, because they're vegetarian. But, it's all a part of being a student. So I think it's very exciting because this project is exchange, collaboration, practice. We have traditional puppeteers, non-traditional Indian puppeteers, and we have international puppeteers. So thank you very much to create this. And this morning was so exciting to see all the puppets in your collection. Really, it's like being in a little bit like Christmas or a festival and opening these presents and seeing these very familiar but also very new puppets. The collection has some very old puppets. When I say new, I mean actually very old. We don't see them anymore with the traditional puppeteers. So thank you again. Thank you very much. I sent you 2 videos. You can pick any one, Sonia. One has a video trailer of a show. And I picked the Ramayana also because everybody is showing the Ramayana. And one has just a trailer of my work. So just with a studio. It's a lottery. You go.
Oh, so Antonia, Stefan, which one shall I pick?
Such dir was aus.
Okay, I just so this one did nee, hits. Shall I play this one or about Ram? I'll take that one.
The story starts when Ram is sitting across the sea. He's an exiled prince. He can see Lanka, the island where Sita is held captive, but he does not know how to cross the sea. His entire life flashes past as a memory as he looks at his ring. How is he going to cross this vast ocean? Wait and watch about Ram.
Gosh. I'm sorry. Some advertisement here. Great. Also, big thank you to you, Anurupa. Okay, so everyone is a little warmed up, I guess. Maybe we can just continue with our questions if you want, or maybe you have questions already to others. I don't know. And if we want to start with the question, then maybe Padmini, you can start because you are the one who already answered.
At the moment, I don't have. I'm just passing.
I can share the screen if you want. And because we had some problems with the access of this Miro board, we have to find some good solution. So our questions were, how come you are dealing with puppets? And what was your initial reaction to this international project? And what are puppets for you? A tool, a living being, or a metaphor, or something totally else? And which role does puppet theater play for you as a part of the cultural heritage, cultural identity? So this was just some idea of us. Maybe this could be something of interest. And
do you want me to answer that?
If you know it by heart, please just then I can stop this screen sharing. Otherwise, I have them here. The answers everyone can.
Yeah, I have already shared the answers. Yes.
Yes. Do you know? Because if I share the screen, I can't see you. That's actually very sad.
No, I can read it out from my thing.
Okay, perfect. So maybe you don't have to do all of them. Maybe you just pick one or two. Maybe you have a favorite question.
Yes. 1 minute.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes. So the first one is how come I'm dealing with puppet? It's just been an accident because I don't come from any traditional family as such. So being with teaching and teaching children and being coming from a psychology background and or something like that was more I was dealing with children as applied or therapeutic form or something, counseling form. And my father had a backing behind because he comes from a theater background. So somewhere it had to happen, and I met puppets and they met me, and that's how we started the journey together. That's forward. That's not given as a reply here, but I'm just telling that the reply that I've sent you something. Yeah. Basically, it's because of the education thing, wherein I wanted to see that how this can be used as a powerful tool for teaching. That still I believe, and that's how I'm connected with a couple of schools in Hyderabad. And with regarding to puppets as a tool or a living being or metaphor, for me, for as a teaching, when I use it as a tool because for my therapy and other things. Of course, now because of this project, it's something for documentation. And for living being as a living being, they come alive in performances. They carry their own individual voices and the emotions the audience respond to. And as a metaphor, yes, they embody human stories, struggles, resilience, and offering what you call a safe and a distance a safe distance and to explore sensitive themes. Like sometimes, from the therapeutic point of view, I have to deal with very delicate issues. So puppets are I would say they are the good therapist or a counselor. They can handle it much better than human is what it's my personal experience. Then about the initial reaction towards this international project Puppet in Motion, I was really enthusiastic because when Anupa said, "Are you interested?" He told me, "Yes, we are." And I also needed a break from long. I'm looking for this wonderful break to break. I'd come to and leave somewhere for almost last 5 to 6 years. Finally, something is happening. Almighty has heard it, I think so. That second break will be coming when I come there. So the idea of identifying is it's nice that there are so many collections abroad. When I was discussing with Andrupa, also so many things and identifying it. It's again for me also it's a learning. It's just not identifying, learning, because the older ones even I would have not seen, but we know, we have read some mechanism somewhere, something, and exchange. Like some of the things I learned from her, some of the things I learned from Gunraju sir, and something like it's quite interesting to be and to learn, relearn, and unlearn also. That is also more important for me. It is something like that that's helping me. uh, and as I've spent some quality time with the traditional puppeteers, with regard to my fellowship in Andhra, Telangana, and Tamil Nadu, and other in Maharashtra. And all. So I have a little. I don't say I have a vast knowledge. I can have a baseline knowledge wherein I can say yes, this could be this could be that. That helps me in understanding the Indian puppets much better. Which role does puppet theater play for you? That is for me as part of cultural heritage and cultural identity. Um, with regarding to puppet theater, that is visual strand of cultural heritage. It embodies traditions, craftsmanship, and community storytelling. For me, the cultural identity marker that it links the generation. That's what I see it. It preserves the voices of folk character. For example, we have in Indian puppetry, we have the role of Vidushaka, the humor character, or the Sutradhara, the anchor, and the comic character can be female and a male. So they have a prominent role on which I'm working currently also on my research. So these characters' voices are being preserved, and they have their voices have been heard, and not as an entertainer, but as also as a, like a voices of a common people as such. And these, though it is a traditional form of puppetry, adapt them in my contemporary present day situation for teaching, and it helps me in teaching within the classroom, making puppet give a voice and make the character identified by the children and get connected or something like that suits present generation. Puppet theater is both it's for me it's an archive and living practice. It sustains cultural memory and evolves to remain relevant in today's world. I hope I have answered.
So
Yeah,
great
that's it.
to have your opinion on this. Does anyone else want to answer the questions or one of them? It's really just an idea, or maybe you have now questions to Padmini. It was just an idea to maybe discuss a little our view of puppetry. Yes, sorry, Antonia.
No, it's fine. I just step in, Sonia. I think it would be interesting for our Indian partners also to get to know how we came to puppetry, maybe, because it's not that obvious. I mean, Silke and Stefan already explained, that they're puppeteers, but I think we should also maybe present ourselves just shortly. And so I would invite Lucas and you, Sonia, also to do that.
Yeah, maybe Lucas, you can start, because my voice is very I don't know what's happening.
So why I'm here, I'm a researcher here at the Museum of KOLK 17, not at the theater. And yes,
Lucas, slightly loudly, yeah? Loud.
the microphone you can hear me now? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, my background, I'm a researcher at the Museum of KOLK 17, and I am my academic background is archaeology, and also have a bachelor in China studies. And I worked also already at the anthropological collection here in Lübeck. So international objects and artifacts effects are my background. And I know the museum here in Lübeck from childhood on, and also the theater, and also from childhood on, and I was always fascinated by this museum and liked the collection. And as I had the opportunity to start working here, I joined here. And for me, as archaeology, puppeteering is a material culture. but a very special material culture, which has, combined complex construction with many materials and many backgrounds, but also like objects that have a soul in that. So it's a really fascinating work with that, and especially the international objects, because that's my academic background, Chinese objects, but now Indian objects. I'm really into that. That's my background.
Thank you.
Well, then I continue shortly. Actually, it's like with you, but me, it was an accident. The puppets found me, something like that. And when I first entered the puppet collection in Dresden, it's actually the second largest here in Germany. I was there as a volunteer, academic volunteer, and the conservator at the first time I met him, he showed me everything, and it was like, wow, what's this? Because it wasn't planned. It was just spontaneous that this is also part of this this voluntary time. And it was kind of love at first sight or something like this. Or maybe I really had the feeling that puppetry was actually always in my life, but I haven't seen it before. And I'm here in Lübeck since 2019. I was here when the two institutions, because puppetry lives here at KOLK. This is this street here in Lübeck, in the old town, which is called KOLK. That's why we are called KOLK 17. And it exists here like 50 years from now on, we can say. But it was always two institutions, like a theater, a marionette string puppet theater, and this museum, this founded by the man we just saw with his wife. And in 2021, right? The two institutions got together, and now we are KOLK 17. And so I'm here. I joined this this coming together time, and it was very great for me to have the thoughts and to be part of this thinking process with the puppeteers themselves, from the side of the puppeteers, and having this more maybe let's say academic point of views, and from the collection side. And this was very fruitful for our work and for our first exhibition, and I'm very thankful. And I think this is a very great place for puppetry here, because we have this complex vision of puppetries. Yes. Antonia, do you want to continue maybe?
Yeah, just briefly a few words about myself. I'm an art historian by profession, or it's my academic background. But I also did classical studies, actually, with ancient Greek. And so this idea of theater, and also where the roots of European theater are, because they're also in the ritual, which many people in Europe forget, I was very interested in that, actually. And then I did my PhD actually in art history and Russian art. And the idea of how art can also fashion self-identity, and how that is rooted. I personally did a lot of theater practice and dancing, actually, when I was very young. So this whole side of the body being involved in theater performances, even if they're sort of not with actors, but with puppets or any other sort of performance, I find very interesting. Also these crossover parts. So that was my approach to that. And I came here 11 years ago, took over the museum at KOLK 17 with this collection, and I must say I found it very easy to sort of swap from art history to puppetry, because there are so many links to contemporary art, to modern art, to also, yeah, older traditions. From whichever angle you look at this art form, I think you can relate to somehow. And so I, yeah, for 11 years, I've been now sort of delving into the field of puppetry, and I yeah, never looked back, so to say. Yeah, that's my background.
Stefan, do you, or Silke,
Yeah.
maybe, do you want
Yeah,
to answer
Silke,
maybe
please,
some of the
first.
questions, or because this could be maybe also very interesting for our group.
Unten links, Silke, ist dieses Mikro.
Jo, ich hab's schon, oder?
Yes, yeah, wir hören dich.
Yes, my English is not the best. I studied theater sciences and German language, and I didn't see puppetry before. And it was the same like by Sonja or Padmini, the puppets met me, and they touched me so deep that I worked since I'm 20 with puppets all the time. And yes, but I finished my studies, and so I can also work in the museum as a researcher, free researcher too. And I was fascinated of traditional puppetry in Germany too. In Germany and Europe, that's with a comical figure, which is comparable in all these regions in Ungarn and Italian and Frankreich and Deutschland. And so you can find similar types, and so this playing with dance energy from the traditional artists, that was very interesting for me. But I learned also modern puppetry, and with Stefan string marionette puppetry. And so we have a lot of possibilities to mix it in our
Shows.
shows, yes. And you saw it as also some shadow, but not so much, but a little bit. And I think when I see your short videos, there's a lot of rhythm, and it's very interesting. It's not so heavy in Europe with the rhythm, but it's also time under every show. And this is for me also, when I'm only a spectator, very interesting to look for the rhythm of a show. So thank you for your shows, for your short things, films, yes. Yes, and the magazine Das andere Theater, we do it long time now, and I learned a lot of. We looked for over in other countries, and we made interviews, and we have also contacts to the psychotherapy, and also to amateur actors who play for very little children, and we had made paper theater special and a shadow theater special, and from Schwäbisch Gmünd also. So I have a very big horizon, but I love puppets. Yes.
Yeah. Perhaps I talk a little bit about my way to the puppets, and I was 8, I think, and I see a puppet theater, a string puppet theater, and I was enjoyed. And then I go to my parents, and always if we go in holiday to this place, this was a farm, I say, I want to go to the puppet theater. Is it possible that we can go this year again? And so it was about year, and then they noticed us, the puppeteers there. It was a traditional group, and then they say, "Do you are interested in puppetry?" And so yeah, oh, yeah. And so then I get a cross, manual for string puppet, and then I built my first marionette, but it was horrible. It's not good working, and so it was the first little seed what I get, and then after in my school, I have friends, and we say we want to make a theater group, and then we decide we want to make a puppet theater group, and it was the first time that it's in our high school was possible. Yeah, and then I go the way that my parents said, if you want to be puppeteers, perhaps it's not so good with income. Please do some other work, and so I started to be an electrician to make something, but after 3 years I say no, I want to be puppeteer. And so it was interesting, and then I go the way about I have learned a lot of in Little Angel in London, and with courses here in Germany we have a lot of possibilities, not high school, but other possibilities to learn by older puppeteers. They give their Wissen, or they know, yeah, also all their
Knowledge.
practice knowledge to us. And so this was the way, and yeah, and then I met Silke, and so we come together, and yeah, and I want to answer for one question. This is what is puppet for me? A tool or a living being or a metaphor? And so for me, is it not a tool, but it is an instrument. I often tell the audience, if they ask what is the feeling for the puppet, I say it's like a musician who has a very good instrument, and this is as a tool. It's to handicraft. It's for my feeling. So I say it is an instrument with, and I think it is for me. If I play, it is living, because it is a little bit. You get we talk about a triangle. We have the puppeteer, the audience, and the puppet, and it is always going in this triangle. And for me, it's logic that it's all puppets can be a metaphor. So it's a question of the play, of the show, and so it's my way. Thanks.
Thank you. Very, very interesting. Yeah, Anurupa, you want to?
Gundurajaji wanted to say.
मैं बहुत म्यूजियम में काम किया, लेकिन पॉपेट्री वो ले जाते, वो तो उसका हिफाजत नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन बहुत बहुत बड़े बड़े म्यूजियम में पपेट आज गल रहे हैं पेस्ट होके.
He wanted to speak about the project. He said, I have worked with many museums and many collections, and there are many in India, and there are hordes of puppets which were collected.
चूहे काके, काकरोच काके.
They're not maintained. They are really disintegrating in collections.
एक आर्टिस्ट पपेट बनाता है, तो वो ये मेरा बच्चा है.
An artist makes a puppet, and it's for them it's almost like their child.
वो तो दूसरों के लिए हंसाना है, रुलाना है, कुछ कुछ बताना है, मन की बात बताना है.
The puppet talks about something very deep of its own feeling, and it can move people, it can make them laugh or cry.
बताना है, लेकिन तो वो पपेटियर का दिमाग का सब पूरा उसके लिए वो अंदर है, लेकिन फिर भी वो तो पपेट ले जाने के बाद तो वो एक जगह में स्टिल हो जाता है, लोग आके देखना है, नहीं तो वो शो पे जाना है.
How do I translate this? The puppeteers brain is then inside the puppet, the soul and the brain, and it goes somewhere, and it if it becomes still, is it still a performance object? People come and see it. It's important that people see this puppet. And it will maybe bring them back to shows. वो वापस से show में आएंगे.
Show में.
It will bring them back to performance, to see more puppet performances.
मेरे पास भी मेरे परदादा दादा बना के वो ये 500 साल का पुराना पपेट मेरे पास हिफाजत में है.
So he has puppets which are 500 years old from his great grandfather, great grandfather.
वो सब पपेट घर में इतना हिफाजत किया है. लेकिन तो वो शो, मैं वो पपेट के साथ शो करने के टाइम में मुझे वो परदादा का याद आता है. लेकिन तो इम्प्रेस हो जाता हूँ, मैं रोमांचित हो जाता हूँ. ऐसा पपेट का एक ये है.
So when he performs with the really old puppets, it feels like it's not him performing alone, but all of the grandfathers are performing with him. So it is that energy that stays for him.
इसलिए मैं आपको पपेट देखा ये म्यूजियम का, लेकिन बहुत सुंदर रखा है, बहुत.
So he's very impressed with the way you have kept the puppets. And we are really comparing it to some of the puppets that are kept in our museums.
मैं इसीलिए आपको धन्यवाद देता हूँ.
So he's saying thank you to you.
Perhaps, Antonia, sorry, we must leave at 1:30, and so I want only explain something. Silke, you have put all the old handcraft glove puppets, and you say also something that you feel that there are all the puppeteers who play with these old puppets. It was amazing because in the time where we prepare the exhibition and we work with Antonia and Sonia and Lucas together, it was very interesting, and Silke can tell perhaps.
Yes, this figures like the Teufel, Diabel, nein,
Devil.
Is a devil, and this comical figures, Caspar and such. They are so full of energy, and sometimes it was crazy to see them all on the table. And yes, and we have in our exhibition the ship of death. 30 deaths or 40 deaths, and it's so crazy to have them all together, and it is swinging in the room, and
I can show you maybe pictures.
Yes.
Yeah,
there's
very
a lot of
hard to
energy
describe.
in it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was what I just wanted to also say as an answer to you, Gunduraji. We had a lot of puppeteers in our depot, in our storage, actually, in the past years, and some from Mali and West Africa as well. And your experience, Silke, with sort of putting these old glove puppets on your hand, on your now modern living hand, and somehow you all said that it's about an energy that is there, and particularly our colleagues from Mali and Cote d'Ivoire, when they came to the depot, they said that they felt somehow the energy of all these puppets, which are not visible, all of them, because mostly they're in boxes. But anyway, somehow it's a very special energy with these old puppets, and that's also very interesting, actually. There is a whole theory also about what happens when something, an object, a puppet, whatever, leaves its context, where it has a meaning, a function, where it's used, where it's played, and when it goes this rite de passage and turns into a museum object. And this is something very important for us as well, making exhibitions, because we spend a lot of time thinking about this, how to adequately and respectfully present the objects so that they, even if they're in the museum context, that they have at least some connection to their performative space, and they therefore my life somehow as performative objects and theater puppets. Yeah, so that was a very, very important thing for us as well when dealing with these special objects.
Rupa, you wanted to add
Yeah.
something, or
Just to add to the same thread, I think for us, we have so many puppet forms in India. We have maybe 25, 26 traditional puppet forms. We know that 22 of them are still living. We can go and watch them. But for example, in the last 2 years, we have lost, due to old age, some of the most well-known masters who have not left behind any family. And what it means for that, one of the 22 forms, we don't even know. We don't know if there will be young people who will continue. So for us to think of the museum as this living space, because our forms are still living, is very critical. And this engagement with your museum, where the puppets are very well preserved and there is a big variety, and similar collections. Sometimes, to me personally, very, very personally, it feels like this is probably the only connect we will leave from the past to our future. Because in India, it is not, we have many art forms, from scroll to textile to, and it's a very big country. I don't think puppets are very big on the priority of museums or even our culture policy, in which case it has to be some way that we as puppeteers find a way where younger people can access this information. Like I could in my lifetime see so many of these forms, meet the people who practiced these forms, but also in my lifetime, many of the masters who were the last have died. So it means a big, big gap is being created. All we will have left is the puppet, not the human who knew the story. And in addition, I just want to say that for us, the story itself is a cultural identity, because we have 300 Ramayanas performed, oral and written. And very often the performed and the oral Ramayana comes from communities who were passing on their heritage through speech and not through writing. So it is also protest which is embedded in it, because they were asking questions of people in power, of the priest, of the king. It was also language. So there are words which are only used in performance. For example, in Rajasthan, the Kathputli tradition, there are 83 words for the color purple, because there are 83 shades of purple used in the dye. If the puppeteer goes away and the stories go away, we not only lose the words for purple, we also lose those colors. So it's knowledge systems. So these are very critical for us also.
yeah, too bad. Silke and Stefan had to leave already, but I will send them our schedule again and check when they have, if they have time the next days, or if yes, when, because for me also it would be very interesting to show them now, because we have this upload and we made this the Indian collection more visible for us, for ourselves, for you. And I would actually also would like to share the puppets with them, and maybe they have some questions or are interested in some particular, and maybe we can make one slot with Silke and Stefan together. But I'm not sure. Maybe they also already leave again for a tourney. I'm not sure. It's very, we are so busy here in KOLK. But yeah, now you met them. That's a start, and I'm very happy about that. And I'm all the time thinking about, or a very important word here is the word tradition, traditional and modern. And actually, we here at KOLK 17, we're always discussing those terms, and we're still looking for like something like a definition for ourselves. So what do we mean when we say traditional puppet forms or modern one? What does it mean? And I have the feeling that this could be a very interesting also side topic for us to exchange about these, I don't know, what's behind those words, because, and I don't know, Antonia, what you think, but yeah, I really have to think about it, what it means for the maybe European puppet history, and yeah, I have to think about this again, actually. And maybe we can, that's also what I wanted to say, that when we now meet in our workshop, maybe we can always note, things that are interested for us, or where we have questions, so that we can always make this discussion rounds maybe, and also as a part of the workshop. Because our idea is to apply for tandem. I just wanted to remind everyone. And tandem means having an idea on one topic, maybe what could be something we want to exchange about. Is it I don't know, what the meaning of puppet? Is it the development of puppetry? Is it the comical types of puppetry? Is it, I don't know. I just wanted to remind you all that we should always, while working now on the collection, we should always make notes maybe, and take time for this, that we have enough time for discuss this.
Yes. I would underline that actually, some sort of central research and maybe artistic question as well for the project after this would be great. And I think it will come now when we sort of work together the next months. Well, whether we will center around tradition and modern puppetry, or generations, also a big topic, of course. Visibility across the world. And we will make notes as well, and then sort of just also, make sure that we just discuss these things as well.
Yeah, maybe because we work with MiroBoard, but I wanted to share it with you, but you have to be a member. I learned now. I don't know, do you know another tool where we could maybe collect these ideas? Like maybe have something like a whiteboard in the digital life. Do you have experience with that? Is there maybe something for free, or?
But Mero works good, in fact.
Yeah, I think we can sort of sort this out, these problems with Miro, but we
Okay.
would start a new Miro sort of team with us because this was now a board within the KOLK 17 team, and so it was a bit difficult to have people from outside joining these boards. But I think if we are all sort of the team owning the board, then we can easily sort of fix that problem. But we can do that
Okay.
later, Sonia.
So we will
Yeah.
try to make another Miro
Yeah, we
project,
can
and then we can
copy
share it with
everything.
you,
Yeah.
and then everyone can just maybe collect some links, some notes, or something like that. Maybe also around some puppets or objects which are of interest that maybe make like clustering together. I don't know. It's just an idea. Yeah. Anurupa has another idea.
Can I propose to look at some broad themes? Like for example, we are going to come upon narrative themes very soon.
Yeah.
What we start to do tomorrow with Gundu Rajuji, next week with Sadanandaji and Sajish, it's going to be broadly narrative, but we are looking also at lived practices. The word that I keep coming across a lot is knowledge systems. The other word that emerges is like a library of knowledge, but not understanding a library as a collection of books, but a collection of, lived information. That could be maybe an interesting way to club things. And in the knowledge systems, there is, for example, even in the puppet collections, is material knowledge. There is textile, which is dye, weaving. There is the building of the puppet, which is the carving, the wood, the clay, the leather building, the leather making, the pigments for the leather, the tools that are built to build these puppets. A lot of the puppeteers build their own tools as well. Also, for example, when we are identifying puppets, we are looking so much at textiles. And then there is the whole paraphernalia of the jewelry. See, a lot of the jewelry, for example, is like the temple jewelry. The scrolls are related to the puppets because the faces look like the paintings also, which is on the scrolls, which is on the temple wall. For example, yesterday there was a character, the two-headed bird that is in your shadow collection, and Gundurajuji found the stone sculpture from a temple. So it's not disconnected from everything else. And it could be a very interesting thematic to look at the collection. Also, some of the objects that you have is really related, like the bamboo cup is related to the rod puppet, So to find sticks in a bundle, but it's actually attached to a puppet, to have a certain kind of rope. And also, I think it's very interesting. We see this with our young students when they go and live with a traditional puppeteer. For the first time, they understand I don't have to go to a stationery shop or order on Amazon to buy materials with which I will build a puppet. I can make these from nature, and that's really a total shift of mindset. It happened to me when I built my first leather with Gundurajuji. Is what? I don't buy this. I make this. I go to a butcher shop and buy some skin and turn it into leather, and I make my black paint with soot from the lamp and my bamboo pen from the woods. And I think this could make also a jump in generation, because otherwise old things, I don't know how exciting they are for young people. So maybe a theme like this could be a bridge. I always look at it as old yeast for new bread. It's a little bit what we are doing with puppets in India now. With the
Yes.
new puppeteers are building something with old ideas.
Yes, I think that is actually really great thought as so but more academic. You could maybe phrase that like a holistic approach, or that and what all the benefits that are created by a holistic approach, and that it's needed, and it's much more. You can't just pick one puppet and discuss it like it's an art piece, and don't see it's so much more. It's like you said, the creation of it, but it's also so much the culture behind it, and in India even more. It's so much more, and that's maybe what Sonia said, that we think about this and the holistic approach, and what benefits arise from this. We have to think in the next months about how we can phrase that in some really nice questions or topics, slogans, that we can put for our that we apply for the next step of this project. But I think I'm really pleased to hear that you also see this holistic thing, because it's, as we discussed, we have in our collection is also provide those things. We not just only have this puppets. We have the tools we discussed. We have the backgrounds and all those things that collection wise already hint that there's more, and what we see now in the living culture and how we can transport that through generations, that is even more. But I think you can't just cherry pick one beautiful object, and that you can't get all the answers and so much benefit that you can get from those holistic ideas. So I think that's a good point, and we should keep on that. So that's at least my opinion.
Thanks. Was? Das,
Wie übersetzt das nochmal?
Ja, just
Sorry, 2 minutes for translation. It's done.
Thanks.
So, if there are any more ideas around concerning important themes and topics around puppetry and our work together, then we're happy to hear it.
The translation process is still
Gururaj also had some ideas. He was talking about one of the museum collections that he's working with, where it's important. He feels that when you see the object, you see the puppet. A lot of the puppets, have this particular stage that it is performed in. For example, in Kerala, the temple performance, the puppet theater is across the sanctum of the goddess, because the show is not for the audience, it's for the goddess. The audience is there incidentally. And it's a permanent theater. So when they have this festival, and Sadanandaji can tell you more about it, from February to May or June is the ending, Sajesh?
May is the ending. May.
May. And when they have the festival, every night they are performing, and there are 83 such, 85, 83?
Yeah, 85 or 86.
5 such standing theaters. And Sadanandaji actually took us for a tour of the theaters. There are theaters which have 2 floors, for example. There are theaters which are very embellished. some are very simple. And so they look a certain way. It's the Kerala architecture. You have the terracotta tiles on top. The screen is really long. Versus when you see Gundu Rajuji's performance, the screen is more rectangular. It's in the middle of the village. It's a bit more makeshift. If you go to Rajasthan, you have the Taj Mahal, which is the little doorways, and your museum has one. There's a background, there's a foreground, and there's a roof, which is very decorated. And this is so much a little bit of the lived experience. Then there is the instruments, for example, in Karnataka, also in Maharashtra, they use the brass plate with beeswax. So it creates and a reed. So to have these very special sounds, so he was saying that in this museum in Bangalore, and maybe when you're visiting, we really should go see the museum because they have 2,000 puppets, and maybe 6,000 puppets. I don't know how many thousand they have. I've seen about 2,000 at least.
3,000.
Oh, 3,000. Okay. And really old ones. And he's trying to help them have live performances, but also some video documentation and performances by the younger puppeteers so that you see a link between the generations. And this could be an interesting way to look at a living museum.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah,
I
but
also just wanted to mention we also have music instruments from India in our collection, and maybe I try to send you the pictures this week. All the missing things I want to provide as soon as possible, because I think we're thinking holistic. It's sometimes if you see those other objects or puppets make even or immediately more sense. We never know. Yeah, but we have instruments and you already mentioned some of you are singing, and we already saw him playing drums, and so music is a important part, especially in a traditional puppeteering before digital recording and modern electronic devices. So yeah, but we have also some Indian objects in musical instruments.
Can I just ask you, Sonia, the video of Gundu Rajuji's show, right at the beginning, the first 3 seconds is the brass plate. Whenever you get the time, if you can see it, maybe you have them in your collection already.
Okay.
It's
We definitely have
probably
brass things. I will check that.
Yeah, it's only, I guess, 23 music instruments, so it's okay. We can easily prepare the pictures for you. Yeah, but and I'm sure because with the Asian objects, there are maybe
There could be
also
some more, but
Yeah.
there could be
I
some
take care
more.
of that. No problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I mentioned yesterday that it would be very nice because Antonia, we decided to focus first on the puppets, but Lucas and I, and we all agreed yesterday that we make also one slot where and also we will ask you, Antonia, make a Q&A with objects where we totally don't know what this could be, or maybe yesterday we showed already the wagon. And so we would make a little collection of objects which are not puppets but others, and where there are many question marks from our side, and maybe you can answer them. And we would send you the list, I don't know, say tomorrow or something, and so you can maybe prepare a little. Yes, and I would also still suggest that we make maybe at the end of the week a little wrap up, because it's a big chance to have you all here in New Delhi and here with us, that we can discuss also the next steps maybe together, next steps with you, Padmini, because then you will leave. And yeah, maybe we can agree on Friday in the morning, because that's actually the last slot. That's one slot where Antonia also has time. Could that be maybe something? I mean, maybe we don't need all the all 1 hour and a half, but that we have this the option. What do you think?
Sadananda ji, Sajish, Friday morning, can we come back? Also, then we can maybe plan next week a little bit.
That would be actually perfect, yes.
Yeah. What time should we do it? 12? Is it too early for you?
12, your 12? Yeah, that would be great. Like 8:30.
Sajish, 12 baje?
On Friday, 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock is okay for Sadananda ji. Is it okay for you?
5-ാം തീയതി പറ്റും മാം വെള്ളിക്കിഴമ 5-ാം തീയതി ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് 12 മണിക്ക്. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Great. That's perfect. Yeah, because so we could make a little wrap up from our first workshop, discuss with Padmini maybe what could be next steps, and we can prepare the second workshop with you and the day with you, Gunduraju, because as I remember, next Monday you also have time for our questions, maybe preparing a little our journey to India. So maybe that could be a good way. Antonia, is it true that you have time in this slot, or did something change already? Because
on
Freitag?
next Monday morning, or no,
Nee,
now
jetzt am
on Friday.
Freitag von 8:30 bis 10. Passt das weiter bei dir?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah?
I
Okay,
might be
perfect.
leaving a few minutes early because I have a session with our foundation, but in general I'll be there. Yeah, most of the time.
Great. Perfect. So I will update this in our schedule that we have this wrap up. Yeah. Are there any other questions or ideas? I didn't want to stop your thinking, but I think Antonia has to leave, right? Has to leave now, or what do you... And yeah, I didn't want to stop the exchange. I just wanted to make it fix this wrap up.
Sajish,
Sajish.
to say something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. Pradhanji has a question like it's starting from 12 noon, and at what time it can end, or what is the time duration?
Or unmuted.
For the next
Unmuted.
week,
Yeah.
when we are working 9th, 10th, 11th, right? That's the day.
Yeah, 9th, 10th, 11th.
9th, 10th, 11th, no? Ha.
Hmm.
Currently the way we are working is we are working from 12 in
Okay.
12 to
Noon.
1:30. Then there's a lunch break from 1:30 to about 2:30, and then we continue to work.
Okay.
And there is also a folder. I'm going to send you the folder right now, which has all the
Okay.
Tolpava Kuthu puppets. And I am sending you also some of the Katkatha puppets, so that you can have some time just looking at those puppets. And then we can do an identification, and then there will be questions, I'm sure. Some questions, something about the background, something about the Kambarama and the story, the particular stories for those puppets. So currently, this is the schedule we are following, that we start at 12, stop at about 1:30 or 2, take a 1-hour lunch break, then we come back, and then we kind of go on. And we can stop whenever you want, 5:30 or 6:30, maybe something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Great. Okay. Then I only have another thing. You've sent me all your biographies, your CVs, or a short version, and I started to translate them. And and maybe I will send it back to you because sometimes there are some abbreviations I don't know. Maybe you have to, yeah, write them in the full length. And I'm still missing some pictures which we could use for the homepage. I think Anrupa, you didn't send us picture material so far, and Kunduraju also. I think I only have pictures from Sadananda. And yeah, Padmini, you have on your web page, but maybe you could send us some, or did you send us material? Oh.
I sent my brief profile, I believe.
That's the text, but also pictures? No.
Puppets of pictures of puppets?
Of you and
I
you
think
and puppets, or
my profile has a picture of me and one puppet. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, because my colleague, she will make a web page, so actually we would use also good quality, maybe not only a screenshot or something, but yeah, so that we can upload this on the web page. Yeah,
correct.
Just because we are working on it, so maybe we can say that it would be great if we can go online at the end of the week. Maybe we can say it like this.
Sure.
And yeah. Perfect. So from my side, I asked all my questions, and it was very great to have you all here, only on screen, but still together. And yeah, if there are no more questions or thoughts someone wants to share, then I would say we will. Some of us we will see tomorrow in the morning. The others on Friday at 12 your time.
Sajesh, where is your father? Achan evade?
Now I am here with Sadanpula's home. My home is little far, like 7 kilometers far. I just came here for helping Sadanji.
No, is he switched on his camera?
Who?
Your father.
Father? My
Your
father? My father is not here. My father is in his home, our home.
Yes, he has joined from different
No, that's
device.
no.
No. He is Sadanpula is here itself. I am in
Ah.
Sadanpula's home. We are
Okay,
in
okay, okay.
different
Okay,
camera,
both
but the
together.
same home.
Both together. We take a screenshot.
Oh, just a minute.
He's there. Sajesh, you sit. He's there.
Yeah, good
He's there. Gundurao sir, Lodi.
Your camera.
Yeah.
He's very particular about the way you photograph him. I just showed him the photograph I have of him, and he doesn't like it.
Okay.
I know this problem.
It's a really nice photo.
I'm sure you will find some.
Yes, sir.
Or you have to make a new one. Okay, so thanks everyone. It was lovely.
Yeah,
And
I would also like to say thank you very much for this session, for getting to know us all. And yeah, I have to leave quickly now, unfortunately, but I'm looking forward to the next days and all the exciting things that we'll find out. Thank you.
Bye. See you tomorrow. Have a nice evening. Ciao. Bye.